Hey, what's up, YouTubers? This is the SHTF Hunter coming at you today to talk to you about my experiences of what happened yesterday in DC. I seen some of these bigger YouTube channels making videos, and they weren't even there. A lot of people have no idea what happened. Even the mainstream news media don't know what happened because they're not even covering MAGA rallies. You can't even trust Fox News anymore. They've turned from you know they've turned away from the president. They've turned away from covering these MAGA rallies. But what I seen yesterday was hundreds of thousands of people from different walks of life, from all over the country, different races, religions, all gathered in support of probably the greatest president in my lifetime. And that's what I seen yesterday. I didn't, it was. I know there was some bad actors, probably bad actors from the left and right that stormed the Capitol building. This whole thing stinks of anarchists such as Antifa, and I'm sure I know some of the people were right wing extremists also that were there attacking the Capitol building. But there was hundreds of thousands of people who stood in front of the Capitol watching, kind of like the chaos that was going on the outside. Most of us had no idea what was going on in the inside of the Capitol, and so I can kind of tell you what happened. When so me and I was there with two other people, and so we walked down to, I guess it was the back side of the White House. I don't know if it was in front of I know it was in front of the Washington Monument, and they had a stage set up. We got down there probably around, I don't know, 8:30 or something, and different speakers would come on. We would stand in front of the screen, and Donald Trump come on. He was just talking about all the fraudulent election results, and after that was over, he said something to the effect of, "I want everybody to march down to the Capitol and show them how you, or tell them how you feel, or something, about what's going on." So, after Donald Trump got done speaking, everybody turned and started walking toward the Capitol building. And as me and my group were walking down toward there, there's a guy coming up the street and said, "Hey, we tore the barricades down. We're in. We tore the barricades down." I don't know what time this was. I didn't look at my watch. I know it was after 12 probably. So I'm thinking, there was probably a group out front who started, at, way in front of the crowd. There was a group who initially penetrated the building, probably, or the barricades. So when I got down there, like, there was no police at all outside. You could see I guess a sharpshooter on the roof, police sharpshooter on the roof. Um, I didn't dare step. I didn't dare just step on a step to go up toward the Capitol building. I knew the people were getting ready to do some ignorant shit, basically. So yeah, and while I was standing there, in front of the Capitol, I started hearing rumors of people saying a woman had been shot, and when I hear secondhand information, a lot of times I disregard it as a rumor until I find out the facts. A lot, because that's kind of how it was in Iraq. There's a lot when there's a huge group, and just like when I was in Iraq, a lot of times I'd hear hearsay, and I'd just dismiss it as rumor until I got some official word, or real information that something had happened. So I never heard the gunshot. I was fairly close, but I never heard no gunshot. I'm not, I know it happened apparently, but and the woman they shot, they said on her Facebook she was an avid, Trump supporter, and some people are saying Antifa were infiltrated or agitating, which they may have done some of it. Also, something else. I woke up with. I may have heard it once last night. There was a pipe bomb found, but this morning I heard a report there was 2 pipe bombs found. One at the RNC, one at the DNC. To me, that. That's somebody looking for discord. That's probably, that's an anarchist right there. Somebody's out there trying to start a revolution, or, So it was a lot of crazy. But the way the news media portrays it, and the mainstream news media weren't even there. I know when I went to the Second Amendment rally in Richmond, you seen lots of news media. You see the cameras, with like CNN or Fox or something on the side of the cameras, of actual. But when you go to a MAGA rally, you see something like Epoch News and just these smaller news organizations, because. But when, so we was on riding home, we start getting information reports from people saying the news is saying y'all stormed the building, and that it wasn't ever. There was hundreds of thousands of, protesters who were standing outside the Capitol that that never, did not storm the building, but the only thing the news concentrates on is the few people who did. But yeah, like I say, I seen people from all races, religions, just come together to support Trump. And, this is when I go to a big city, I'm out of my element because I'm just an old country boy that lives back in the woods, and it, I hate going to big cities because I don't belong there. But in the past 2 years, I felt convicted enough to go to 2 large cities. I went to Richmond, and yesterday I went to Washington D.C. And I was like the hundreds of other thousands of people that were there. I felt like there'd been a fraudulent election, and now we're gonna have a fraudulent president for 4 years. And for the next 2 years, there's going to be no investigation of voter fraud. When you got the Democrats with the House, the Senate, and the presidency, they're not going to. It's going to be like we, the Democrats, investigated ourselves of voter fraud and found ourselves not guilty. Basically, that's what you got for the next 2 years. I don't know if they'll we'll have more fraudulent elections the next 2 years, and they'll maintain control of the Senate or not. But there's a whole lot of garbage, and I don't know. This country definitely, when you. My thing is, it's pretty bad when right wingers have a stage storm, start storming and having a violent protest. It's pretty bad when that happens, because up until the Capitol thing, it was like somebody else said, it was a love fest. Everybody there loved everybody, didn't matter what color they were. And, everybody talked to everybody. And there was a group of black men who stand out there signs blacks for Trump. Everybody walked by shaking their hand and thanking them, It was, it is what it is, I hate that it's come to this in America, and I never thought I'd see such chaos in my lifetime, but when you act like when your politicians act like third world dictators, revolution's what you get, I guess. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 4 to 5 years. I don't think anything good is going to happen in the next 4 to 5 years. Anyway, this video is probably going on long enough. So this is the SHTF Hunter. I'm out.